Hello, everyone. My name's Peter Towers. I'm the CEO of ESS BIZTOOLS. And today I'm talking with Trent Butler from Trent Butler Consulting Proprietary Limited in Sydney. Hey, how are you, Trent?
Well, thanks, Peter. Yourself?
I'm very good, thanks.
That's good.
ESS BIZTOOLS is launching in the first week of March a program, Survival in Difficult Times, which we believe is appropriate for accountants to have at their fingertips to assist them with giving support to clients who have been caught up in the various disasters that have been affecting various parts of Australia over the last 3 or 4 months. How do you see all of this playing out in the markets that you're dealing with, Brent?
Yeah, well, it's obviously not good, is it? I mean, it's one of those periods of just bad luck after bad luck, and that's going to have a trickle-down effect, obviously, to the entire Australian economy. And it's not just now; it's obviously going to have a bit of a tail to it as well. I think, particularly with the news around the bushfires in particular, which are just absolutely horrible, obviously, but I think that's got a bit of a tail to it in terms of affecting tourism and all of that. So yeah, there's a lot of industries out there that are going to be doing it tough, I think, for a little bit longer than they otherwise would. And I think it's going to continue the way it is before it gets better, unfortunately. That's sort of how I see it playing.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues, isn't there? So if we look at, when you look at the industries, tourism covers a range of activities, doesn't it? Accommodation, restaurants, cafes, bars, nightclubs.
Well, it's everything,
transport.
Yeah. It all flows down, yeah.
All sorts of things, from fishing guides to people taking tourists out on boats and yachts and what have you.
Yeah.
And it's affecting areas that haven't actually been subjected to the bushfires. In far north Queensland, they didn't have any of the bushfires at this stage anyhow, but their bookings are well down, and that's a combination of the problem from the virus, but also overseas people watching their news services and basically believing that Australia is burning.
That's right, yeah.
Whitewater rafting people have got cancellations. Trips to the Barrier Reef are very low now because there's been a lot of cancellations. So it's a major problem affecting the economy.
It is. Yep, I think that's spot on.
In the Survival in Difficult Times workbook that accountants can subscribe to, there is a process for them to be working with their clients to give them the answers they might need for discussions with banks or finance companies or landlords if they want to negotiate with them. Do you see that have been of practical assistance to assist accountants to help their business clients?
Oh, massively, 100% correct. And I think now is really the period and point in time for accountants to step up and really be that advisor to their clients in this space. The ones I'm lucky enough with, the people I work with, they're quite on top of this stuff, but there are a lot of practices out there that are, I think, not necessarily structured and equipped at present to be properly advising their clients at the moment in this space. And I think tools like what your programs and packages and whatnot that you've put together, I think is just critical for getting firms up to speed in terms of how to do this efficiently and properly. So yeah, extremely valuable and much needed, I think, across the market.
The product package also includes prompting, I suppose, to accountants that there's now a whole range of grants available from the Australian and various state and territory governments that some of their clients could be eligible to apply for. So do you see this as an assistance to help accountants to undertake those sort of grant application tasks?
Yeah, I think the accountant in this space is going to be the one clients turn to, particularly around, you know, even going to like insurance claims and whatnot. It's always going to be the accountant that's well placed above anyone else to go down this path and help. And really, yeah, I think the accountants do need to be on top of what's available out there to actually assist their client in these times. So 100%, anything that can be done to aid the business owner. You got to remember, the business owners they're not abreast of all of this stuff. You know, they're running their day-to-day operation and doing everything they can to keep everything afloat whilst numbers are declining. And, you know, unfortunately for some, you know, more pressing issues like, you know, rebuilding the business in some cases or replenishing stock. So, you know, their hands are full. And it's an opportunity and almost an obligation for the profession, really, to be there for their client in this space. So absolutely, it's something that accountants can help with and should help with, particularly around whatever funding's available.
What about doings with the tax office? Some of these small businesses around Australia that have been caught up in the floods and the fires and now the virus problem are going to have problems with the tax office, aren't they?
Yeah, I think there's discussions to be had around, you know, what can be done to alleviate those problems. And that's, again, the accountants are front and center in the discussion. So yeah, I think whatever they can do to be well informed of what's out there and what you know, issues are going to be pressing up for their clients, I think they need to just be abreast of that.
You've agreed to join the ESS BIZTOOLS affiliates to
I have
promote promote and get additional information on various programs for your clients and people that you're dealing with. What do you see being the benefits for your clients and people that you're working with, Trent?
Yeah. Well, my client base typically, they generally already get the fact that they can't just be doing compliance and they need to take a more holistic approach in supporting their clients and really stepping up into that trusted advisory role. And my clients in particular generally are very open and looking for ways that they can support their clients in whatever ways they can. And tools like, you know, what you've got, Peter, with ESS BIZTOOLS, you know, for various different bits and pieces for different clients. It's a really good fit. And yeah, I think, you know, moving forward, it's the advisors that are out there that are taking this proactive approach to supporting their clients, upskilling in certain areas and different areas like what you're training them in, Peter. I think they're the ones that are going to be well respected and admired by their clients moving forward. And people who aren't their clients are going to be taking notice. Sort of segueing a little bit into what I'm doing, but basically, if you're doing a great job with your client, it's never been easier to demonstrate that to a wider market and a network and networks that you're perhaps not a part of. What we're seeing is across the industry, the clients are becoming smarter consumers of professional advice, not just in accounting, but across the board. And typically, you know, wasn't too long ago, you just ask, you know, your mate who a good accountant was, and you would then just go with that accountant. Whereas now that conversation's still happening, but there's multiple touch points and investigations that the clients are taking on board before actually choosing to side with that firm. And as part of those investigations, the clients or potential clients are discovering what else is happening and what other messages are out there in the marketplace. And so the proactive accountants, the ones that are genuinely supporting their clients in areas like what you're putting forward, Peter, not only are they well placed to help their current clients, but I think going forward, prospective clients or ones that they otherwise would have missed out on are going to take notice and perhaps consider that firm as someone they want to side with moving forward. So, yeah, I definitely think, accountants that are going on board with this stuff, and my clients in particular, who for the most part genuinely are already convinced that this is the right way to go about things. Yeah, it's fantastic, and it's complementary to what we're doing. So yeah.
Okay, so one of the other key messages that I'd like to give today is for businesses that some of them may well wish to look at refinancing their businesses after all these problems. They may be able to successfully look at being able to raise capital utilising crowdsourced funding equity raising. And you, as an affiliate of ESS BizTools, Trent, will have some information that we will be sending to you in the near future that you could send to any of those clients who are interested in, or accountants who are interested in advising SMEs about the opportunities that they now have to be able to raise up to $5 million in a 12-month period from crowdsourced funding equity raising. It's a great way to get some money. The client doesn't have to mortgage assets or give personal guarantees or enter into monthly repayments. So you'll have that information so you could send that to your clients.
No, that's great. And yeah, I mean, the market's changing, but access to finance has never really been how it is now. It's different to what it was like even 5 years ago. And this crowdsourcing space, it's a great fit for a number of clients that I've currently got, and we'll be having those conversations. But yeah, it's access to capital and ways in which that works. There's never been more options out there. And I think, accountants need to be aware of that as well. Yeah. Okay,
then, Trent, thanks very much for the opportunity to talk to you today, and welcome to the ESS BizTools affiliate program. And we look forward to being able to supply you with material and articles and videos that you can share with your client list, your accountants, and therefore they can share it with their SME clients. And they will have the knowledge that they can access material that's been written by people who have got a bit of experience in all this and who are tracking what's going on in the marketplace of matters that do affect small businesses and medium enterprises, which is then affecting, I think, the accounting industry that supports those types of businesses.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, Peter. Happy to be here, and whatever we can do to support the accountants in supporting their clients, it's a win-win. So
that's right.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, well, have a great day, and thanks for talking to me today.